Hi Prince Tubers, this is my first total Prince video. As some of you people know, I really love Prince, and I'm just going to quickly today talk about the best Prince albums from number 10 to number 1. I'm going to do a second video which talks about the other Prince albums. I'm just going to show you guys each album, and I'm going to make a little comment about them, why I think they're so great. So let's begin. Alright, this is my 10th favourite Prince album, basically. Yep. Controversy. To me, Controversy is a great album because it was a bridge between Dirty Mind and 1999. It's also got his funkiest song probably ever made, Controversy, of course, and then following that you've got the absolutely lascivious ballad Do Me Baby. And that is some sexified stuff. Okay, so moving right along. Number 9 might shock you all. This is last year's big effort, Artificial Age. And Artificial Age, I think, is again another really amazing album. It's got some of his best songs of the recent period on it, including Clouds, This Could Be Us, and of course Funk and Roll. And then there's a wonderful jam called Way Back Home, and this is easily his best album in absolute donkey's years. Moving along to number 8, probably his most overlooked 80s album is Round the World in a Day. It had the bad luck to come out between Purple Rain and Sign of the Times. Sorry, not Purple Rain. Purple Rain and Parade, which are basically like the two probably best Prince albums ever issued. And this has got some amazing songs, not like Raspberry Beret, America, Paisley Park, Condition of the Heart, well that's a matter of taste, and easily Prince's most adventurous album so far. And yeah, really generally overlooked. I think all the Fairweather fans who bought Purple Rain were a bit put off by it, but the ones who bought 1999 before it probably bought this too. This is a cool album. Yeah. Number 7 is Dirty Mind, Prince's first huge classic. Now this is probably his greatest album to date when it came out, because the first two albums were really just full of sweet R&B love songs, but this album made him a revolutionary. It mixed punk music with funk music, and the lyrics are probably the dirtiest lyrics you've ever heard in your life on an album. You know, there's a lot of MF this and MF that, and he's singing about sex in as many places and as many permutations as possible. But it's just so funky. Some of the rhythm solos by Dr. Fink would just blow your head off virtually. And then you've got Dr. Fink's keyboards, Dez's guitar playing, Andre on bass, and Prince doing everything. And Prince is singing in this really sexed up vocal, just drives you nuts every time you hear it. Even if you hate Prince, you should listen to this album. This is number 7. Now we move on to number 6. Yep. Another very overlooked album was 1995's The Gold Experience. Prince recorded most of this in 93, early 94, but it did not come out till late in 1995 because he was having a barney with his record company. However, this has got some amazing songs like I Hate You, Billy Jack Bitch, Now, Free 19. This is an incredible album, and it's long since out of print, so if you can get your hands on this, you're doing really well. And this is just his 6th best album, and I'm sorry to say it's his last album that's outside of the 80s in this list. All the other albums are from his 80s golden period. Yeah. Number 5. Now, some of you are going to say, oh, this is treason. This is Prince's greatest album because it sold the most, it had the most hits. But from a musician's point of view, I feel, you know, Prince has done better than this, but this is still blow your head off amazing. It's got When Doves Cry, which is easily his most adventurous song. Now, just a minute, I know you're probably noticing all these cheap price labels on my CDs. I like to keep them original, and I know you probably think, oh, they're pretty ghetto because they're $5, $10. Mainly because you can just pick these things up so cheap now, and I've just worn all my Prince music out so many times, I have to keep buying new copies of it, so hence why you're seeing these really cheap ghetto looking labels, $9.99, which is about like $7 for you Americans. And I mean, for what you get, it's incredible. Purple Rain, Uncut, Baby I'm a Star is a lot of fun. You know, Darling Nikki and Computer Blue are the two naughty songs on it. And the beautiful ones, Beautiful Ballad, but even better, you know, there was another song that did not make this album, which would have blown it away, and that's called Electric Intercourse. All you hardcore Prince fans will know what I'm talking about. Alright, moving on. Number 4. Now this is another gem, and yes, cover your eyes, I should have warned you, this is the album, the famous, is that a flower? Some people ask, like on Peach and Black podcast. Hi guys, this is a door cream, but anyway, this is another amazing album, and again, I think the record store got robbed when I went in and bought this, at this price. It's worth so much more. This is an amazing album. This is like one big song. It's just all beautiful pop music. There's a lot of spiritual stuff in it. And of course, being Prince, there's sex everywhere. Alphabet Street, Glam Slam, Anastasia, wow. And then you've got the song Love Sexy, which is probably the zaniest thing he's ever done. This is amazing stuff. Yeah. And this is why it's number 4. Now moving into the top 3. The third best Prince album is Parade. And I know a lot of people think of the movie Under the Cherry Moon. A lot of people didn't like it. I actually love it. The story is he spent $14 million making the movie, and he spent $12 million of that on his mascara bill. This is an amazing album. This is some of his finest playing. The Revolution was smoking at the time, although it was mostly recorded by Prince in one take. Now, the only song that really doesn't belong in this is Kiss, because Kiss was the big pop hit, and the rest has got a real sort of jangly, almost French feel to it. Again, standouts, Mountains, Christopher Tracy's Parade, of course, Under the Cherry Moon in the end song. Christopher Tracy's, oh no, not Christopher Tracy's Parade, Sometimes It Snows in April. Amazing stuff. Now, number 2 is 1999. This is the album that turned Prince into a phenomenon. It would have been bigger if it hadn't been for something called Thriller. Anyone heard of that, by some singer called Michael Jackson? But anyway, this is amazing. Again, the cover, well, you know, you can interpret that how you want. This has got 3 of the greatest Prince songs ever recorded. 1999, Little Red Corvette, Delirious, they flow into each other. You've got the quirky experiment of Let's Pretend We're Married, which includes some of his most X-rated lyrics ever. And if you think the music on this album was X-rated, wait until you hear what didn't go on the album. Songs like Lust You Always, Extra Lovable, Purple Music. I mean, this stuff isn't suitable for children or suitable for work, basically. But this is funky. The drum machines, the guitars, the keyboards, and Prince is moving his voice all over the place. This is smoking. Only one album could possibly be better than this, and that is dun, 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 Sign of the Times. Amazing, amazing stuff. This is Miles Davis turned into pop music. This is Prince's best ever album, and it was so underappreciated at the time. It had 3 top 10 hits, no number ones, faded from the charts quickly. He had an amazing movie and tour that went with it, did not tour the States, and that cost him badly. But this has got Sign of the Times, Housequake, Play in the Sunshine, Forever in My Life, Adore, which is easily the greatest ever released song he has issued. It is just blow your head off. If I Was Your Girlfriend, The Cross, and wow, this is the greatest Prince album of all time, and for me, it's the greatest album of all time. I mean, even Dangerous by Michael Jackson is not this good. This is, if you only ever buy one album in your life, go out and buy this. And as you can see, you don't have to pay $65 or whatever you paid for it back in 1987. Prince will never ever recapture these heights, and after this album came out, apart from Love Sexy, I mean, he could never recapture it. This is amazing. Well, thank you, tubers, and I hope you have a Princified day. Remember, welcome to the dawn.